Control accounts, paper code 7110, 21 October November 2018. Question 2, Arjit control accounts. We are discussing control accounts of Arjit CIE exam paper solution with explanation. Question. Arjit provided the following information for the month of July 2018. Sales ledger control account balances, that is the opening balances, debit and credit are given. Transactions for the month ended 31 July 2018. Credit sales, it will be recorded in the sales ledger debit side because this is actually increasing the trade receivable. Cash sales has nothing to do with the sales ledger because it is actually the trade receivable ledger, therefore we'll ignore it. Bad debts written off, they will be recorded in the credit side because they are decreasing our trade receivable or the sales ledger. Discount allowed will be recorded in the credit side because they are decreasing our trade receivable or sales ledger. Return inwards. Return inwards are actually the sales return given to us by the customers. So they will also be recorded in the credit side because they are actually decreasing our trade receivable, which is also known as the sales ledger. We had posted the opening balances. Bad debts are decreasing the trade receivable. Discount allowed is decreasing the receivable. Return inward, that is actually the sales return, are decreasing this receivable or the sales ledger. Let's see more details. Receipt from credit customer. When credit customer will pay us the money, this is also be recording in the credit side because it's decreasing our trade receivable. Look at the next item. Refund to credit customer by check. Now we are refunding the money to credit customer and this will be recorded in the debit side. Interest charged from the credit customer. It is increasing the receivable, therefore it will come in the debit side. Let's look at more details. Sales ledger control account balances. The debit balance is not given, we have to calculate it. The credit balance is given, we will mention it as the credit balance. This is the credit balance brought down, so it will also become the balance carried down. This debit balance is actually missing, which we have to trace as the ending balance. How to do it? First of all, add all these amounts. Subtract all these amounts. The difference amount is the balance carried down, which is to be written here. After this, our ledger account will be ruled off because the total is same. And this balance carried down is determined by us as the debit balance, or you can say the balance BD. The date which we mention with it is the next month's first date. That is how the debit balance is determined by us. So the last requirement of the question, which is to find out the debit balance, is also done by us. We had prepared the sales ledger control account, balanced the account, and shown the balance brought down on August 1, 2018. So this is how the ledger account for Arjit question number 2 will be prepared for the bank examiner's requirement. Part B. State one possible reason for the credit balance on the sales ledger control account. I had mentioned 3 reasons. You can mention any one of these reasons. If customer is returning the amount after payment, if we have the refunds due after payment, if the payment is made to us by the customer in advance, due to any of these reasons, we can have the credit balance in our sales ledger control account. Like, share, subscribe, Commerce Lecturer Online.